Okay, so today is February the 13th, and I had kind of a big weekend and then not a lot going on this week. So last weekend, on Friday, I went out and I played some Magic, and I won. So I got some boosters. And while I was there, I also picked up a couple of the pre-release boxes. I didn't get to play in the pre-release because I had other obligations that weekend, but he still had some of the boxes, and so I picked them up. The blue one is for Amy. I'm gonna call it a birthday present, and the green one, since that's what he had left, is for me. And we'll play when and if we ever have time. I did go to my arts and crafts thing, and that was kind of interesting, but a lot of it seemed like it was not necessarily what I was looking for. It was kind of ornamental rather than practical, so I didn't get as much out of the event as I wanted, but I did at least hang out with friends and have some fun, so that was good. And then on Sunday, this is my biggest news. I got my car inspected, and I had budgeted a whole bunch of money for repairs, which I didn't tell the guy. Instead, I was kind of like, I hope it passes. And when he came back and said, oh, it needs some repairs, I'm thinking, oh dear, how much is this going to set me back? And when he said a number close to $40, I couldn't sign fast enough. So I was very excited to get out for about a tenth of what I had budgeted for car repairs. So yay, money! I'm sure it'll go to student loans or something else. So I still won't really indulge myself all that much, but that was exciting. Then this past week has been a story of snow. Here I was on the phone just bragging to Fancy Pants about what wonderful weather we have just on Monday evening, and now I've spent the past 2 or 3 days stuck here because of snow. So we got, I don't know how many inches. Is it 5, 8? Some of my friends got 14 where they are, and it's been kind of nuts. Part of why it's such a big deal is because here in North Carolina we don't have a lot to do to fight with the snow. So, like, the road outside my house, or where I live, didn't even get plowed. It wasn't even salted. It's just snow and ice. So, I can't get to work like that. So, I've used up a lot of my paid time off, but that's kind of a good problem to have because my previous jobs didn't have paid time off. They had tough luck, snow sucks time. And so, they can't make me go to work, but they don't have to pay me for not going. So I did try to make use of my time off. I didn't make as good use of it as I wish I had because I keep looking around and thinking, where did all my time go? And it's like I cleaned up a little bit, and I did some snow shoveling a little bit, but nothing too major. I did work on my prototype my new windmill prototype, but the designs I'd drawn up have disappeared somewhere. So I am instead drawing up new ones. So that's the work I'm doing, is retreading old ground, but most of it's still in here. It's just getting it down on paper now. Other than that, my tutoring was canceled for this week, which is sad because I enjoy it, but I touch base with the family and they seem to be on the ball with that. And other than that, I saw a video that kind of inspired me to jot down a rough sketch for a new prototype, and that was kind of exciting because I'm like, well, if that can do that, then I'm sure it can do. So, but I haven't even finished the last one I was working on. So I'm going to set some goals. I want to get my design for the prototype down because goals worked really well for me in the past. I'm going to set down the design for the prototype, and I'm also going to design the computer that I want, because I may have spent a little bit of time on my computer and I may or may not have been cursing at it. But I do need a new computer, which I will be getting once I get my tax return. But I gotta file taxes for that first, but we're not going there. It's just a bunch of paperwork. The only other thing is I want to review the steps for setting up a business and turning my tutoring business into a real business. One that I can advertise like officially and be on county lists for and that kind of thing. So we'll see how it all goes.